I have literally been waiting for it to stop raining. It has been raining hard. It came in and it looks like the rain has passed. I am so excited. I had no idea what to expect this year for Walk for Love 2024. And to my amazement, people have come out. Y'all probably gonna see me crying here on the CT thing today. It literally just stopped raining. It has been raining like for the last 30 minutes. I'm like, I had my umbrella ready. I was ready to be out here with my umbrella and doing this. And I am so glad that it's like moments ago. I need you to stop. It looked like it was one of those Passover really quickly type of rains. And to my satisfaction, it was. I don't want to start walking, then people are coming in and I can't see them. Hey, Miss Tina. That was.
Hi, dear.
Hi. We ready?
I know Tina's the one that's frozen.
I know. Nope. It might be the area she's in. House Wi-Fi. Am I unfrozen? Ah, okay. Am I unfrozen? Okay.
Yeah,
it
you're
has
good.
been raining here. Hey, Tawana. It's been raining here for like the last 30 minutes. I was like, stop, please stop. I had my umbrella and everything ready. Tawana, I want to see if you can. Oh, dang, I cannot. Okay, if I ask you guys, so Tawana down there, she is. Oh my gosh.
Do you want me to add her?
Walking Mama Boom. I'm out here. I'm going to walk this lesson. I'm going to walk you, girl. This is so cool. It has been raining here. I have been waiting for the rain to stop. It's a beautiful if anybody's day here. Tawana PR down there, she is one of the widows from my overall organization. I so am trying to get her enough followers so she can come up to the box. Tawana keeps me straight. She's like, you're doing too much. You need to go sit down somewhere. You're doing too much. I don't like you walking in the dark. You're doing too much. How many recordings you got today? You're doing too much. I'm like, she's not wrong. She's not wrong at all. So Tawana, I need y'all need to hear her story. And I cannot wait till she has enough followers to do a live. She is so low-key chill, but high energy. Like, you think like you could push over on her. And she is like, no, she is not like that. So,
right. She should be able to, Tina, I think she can get up, but just do audio only for 100.
When I go to put it's grayed out. No, she got 400. No, she's got 400 but it's grayed followers, so she can come up. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
she can come up with no video.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, Tawana, hopefully it works. Send a request. Yay! Yay! Because she has been posting. She started a fundraiser on Instagram. She is so proactive. I am so grateful for her. I'm so grateful for all you guys. I'm so grateful y'all making me do this because I never would have thought of this at all.
Well, actually,
hey, just to update you, the women's national team won gold.
Yay!
That's why we're doing this later, because Tiffany had a soccer game to watch.
So yes, you have to have audio. It won't show your picture though, Tawana. So in the bottom left-hand corner, you should see a circle or something. What does it look like when I request you? Okay.
I just requested her.
There's a little button at the bottom.
So she'll just have to accept
something. Oh my gosh, I tried to put on my cute glasses, put a little something on my lips. Y'all know I have never walked around my neighborhood. Yeah. Okay.
Get it, Mama Boo.
This is majorly. I am so glad that it stopped raining. And Tiffany, I was like, oh my gosh, we got her walking out here at high noon. Like it's a OK Corral. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Listen, it's a nice balmy 85
oh my
here
gosh.
in California.
And you usually walk in the evening.
Jane's reaction, and he tried to defend her.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's why I'm going to take my shower after the walk. I was going to take it in between the game, and I was like, nah, I'll wait, because I'll just have to take one after the walk anyway.
I want you to know that you guys got the board members turned out. I have been sending them the videos where y'all been trying to break me on the internet. And I sent them to Mama Boom, too. Okay, hold on, Tawana. So what does it look? Can somebody tell Tawana how to accept it where it's at? She's never done this.
Okay, Tawana, I'm gonna
down there that says Monty Guest.
So I can request you, and it should pop up.
So on the bottom left-hand corner of your phone, there's a little circle. I think that's illuminated or something. Thing on it. So I have been getting beat up.
Y'all, I have no idea what a mile is.
The mosquitoes have been eating me for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's why I have on long sleeves trying to eliminate where they can eat. But so these pants that I'm wearing, there's some camo pants. And Mark brought these for me. He never gave them to me. They were folded up in the closet. And when I was going through stuff, I was like, why does he have camo leggings? Like, this don't even look like it for him. And I was like, oh my God.
Tina, I love seeing your mom and your son's Walk for Love videos too.
Yes.
And my sister and our dog have been walking with us every day.
Somebody laughing one time you were doing a video. I was like, I'm sure that's her sister.
Well, or my daughter comes with us, but I don't show my kids on social media. But
okay.
So they're walking ahead of me
very
usually.
Smart. Yeah, Catherine, her and her fiance went for a walk, but she works nights and other different stuff, so she hasn't been able to post it. But she did a video before Walk for Love started.
Yes.
You're going to be wrong, though. I can tell you before.
I'm not sure. I am. Okay. This woman right here is pushing it. I'm just going to say, okay, I see you. Oh, okay, hold on. Maybe this is working. Oh, let me slow down.
And Tina, I will say that this was Bossy Lee's idea. She said, "Why don't you do a live for the finale?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's so awesome."
Whose idea?
What is the Walk for Love for? Is it a fundraiser?
Walk for Love is a multiple different things. First of all, it is a way for people who are grieving the loss of it's a way for somebody that's grieving the loss of a loved one to honor their loved one. So people, you done a good job. And so people walk from August 4th to the 10th. Today is our finale. Walking 1 mile a day. And then at the end of the walk, we put hashtag Walk for Love, hashtag our loved one's name. So all three of these ladies that are walking with me, they have somebody they love that is no longer here in this world. The second part of Walk for Love is because when you are grieving, you feel like nobody in the world cares and you're isolated. And this lets other people know that they are not alone. The third thing, I am the CEO of Widowhood Real Talk with Tina, which is a 501c3 set up to support people who are grieving. And we are having a fundraiser this week to raise $1,000 to be able to develop a grief garden, host a butterfly release ceremony, and give people journals. And the reason why that is important that everybody doesn't have money to get to see a therapist. Everybody doesn't have a job that they can take off of work and deal with their mental well-being. People lose a loved one and they're back to work in 3 days in a mental fog. And being able to celebrate their loved ones and honor their life is important.
Yeah.
So this is Walk for Love, and this is the finale because they said so.
I love it. I wish I had known, because tomorrow, on the Monday, the 12th, is my dad's birthday. He would have been like maybe 80 something or 90. And then my niece. But also, a few days ago, my a deacon friend of mine from my church,
okay,
he celebrates his wife every year by doing butterflies, releasing butterflies. He's a widow who lost her to the C word. I don't know if you can say that on TikTok. Yeah, he has a page. I'll share it with you, Miss Tina. His page.
Okay.
He just wrote a book.
Oh wow! Hold on, who you talking about, Mar?
Yeah, I could be maybe somebody else.
Oh, you talking about Martin that wrote a book about his wife Tanya, right?
His name is Deacon Martin.
No, I know Martin.
Oh yeah, he goes to my church.
Yeah, Martin. I mean, I've met him in person. We've hung out together. I mean, he's a real friend of mine. I already have a copy of the book in the mail, and we're going to do a TikTok. We're doing a TikTok live about Martin and Tanya's story. He's putting the book available on TikTok Shop. And then we'll be doing, but you can still, I mean, if you want to walk tomorrow and post hashtag Walk for Love, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to donate in honor of your dad and your family members. That is perfectly fine. Oh, you can message me and I can.
That is amazing that you know Deacon Martin.
Yes, I do.
That's how, I guess this is how we met his new person.
I know Marquita very well. They've come to my house and stayed, and I've been at Marquita's place.
Okay. You're in New York, right?
So Tina, I just got to ask: Are we?
I was waiting for it. I was waiting. I was like, I'm just gonna give it. I'm gonna give. So these people here, I will be meeting. I should be meeting Tiffany when I'm in California in November. Lisa and I are creating a date, and hopefully when I am in Chicago in the next couple of weeks, I will meet Mama Boom. So now to all of y'all.
Awesome.
No, I'm in Virginia.
You're in New York, right?
I'm in Norfolk,
Connecticut.
Virginia.
Oh, you're Virginia, and I'm in
Well,
I'm in Jersey.
You go to Church of Martin, you can't be here in Norfolk.
Yeah, but my sister lives down that. My niece passed. They used to live down there, but now she moved to Arizona. She won't get on TikTok. I don't know if they.
You know, you're going through it. It's just how you are. No matter if you're alive, you're going through grief. But what it looks like.
You know what I mean? I don't think she's had professional help.
I've just been encouraged to cope with it. Losing your child is hard. And that is why.
Yeah.
And I should say losing anybody is hard. Nobody's grief is worse than somebody else. Your own grief is your worst situation.
The same.
And that is.
Sometimes that's the only way you can survive is to not acknowledge it at first.
That's one of the stages.
And so I want to share about those stages. And I would encourage you to look up Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, Death and Dying. And the reason for that, Elizabeth Kubler-Ross did a study with her interns, and they studied people who had received terminal diagnosis, predominantly from cancer. And they studied those people's response and how they went through that. And those stages that people talk about were developed for people who were dying, because you receive a diagnosis and you're in denial. Then you want to bargain, you may get angry, and then you may come to acceptance. They were never developed for people who were grieving the loss of a loved one. And the unfortunate misconception of that is, if someone is grieving, which I dare say everybody in life will have a great opportunity to do that. When your grief does not fit into the categories of those 5 areas, you feel like your grief is wrong, or you feel like you're not doing something right, or you're quote unquote missing the mark. And really what we should do is look at a wheel of emotions. And that wheel of emotions will have a core set of feelings. Yes. And then from there, you will see how you actually express those feelings. And that's a better representation of who we are as human beings, not just in grief. So unfortunately, a lot of people have latched on to, what stage of grief are you in? They don't relate because they weren't made for people who were grieving. They were made for people who were dying. And so then somebody feels like their grief isn't correct. It makes it a complicated situation even more complicated. So you don't have to take my word for it. Look up Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, Death and Dying, and I think you'll be very intrigued with what you find.
The amount of "am I normal" conversations that the widows have.
Yes. And I think that's what makes this community so special, is because we can share, and we can share openly, and there is no judgment, because we all know that the abnormal is normal, and we accept it.
We can share without the fear of a wellness check.
Exactly. So true. You know, I think about all the clothes that I didn't save a ton of my husband's, but there were things I didn't want anybody to touch it. I wanted to sort through his stuff, and then there were clothes I still have them, and I still sleep in them every now and again, still wear them around the house just because I can and because I want to. Yeah.
So we have, I have a box put up in storage, like this giant tote. It actually looks like a coffin, of some of my husband's special things. It does. It's huge.
I know. I'm like,
look, it might be ironic, but
Ashton.
but most of his clothes, so when he was in the hospital, he wasn't material at all. Like, the man would give his shirt off of his back to people when they say, "Oh, I like that." And so, like, we had a group of teenagers that weren't, like, necessarily related to us. Some of them were, but he was like their mentor. Men that, you know, were growing up without fathers and stuff like that. And so while he was in the hospital, I let them come in and grab shirts. I told them they just couldn't keep they couldn't take his underwear because that was weird. It made him laugh. And, but to this day, like, when my niece calls me and she's wearing his shirt or something, or it's just the random things, it makes me smile.
Yes.
And my daughter literally argues with me almost daily about one of the hoodies that I kept. She's like, "No, it's mine. It was my dad." I said, "It was my husband." She goes, "I don't care. It was my dad."
So y'all have to have custody over it, huh?
It's just who gets to wear it first. Because I'm a smoker. So if I wear it first, then she can't wear it because it smells like
it's mine.
I get it.
Oh.
She's the one that also has his clone. And let me tell you, some days she goes crazy with it.
When Alexander wears clothes that belong to his dad, it just melts me. He wore something on Thanksgiving, and he came. We were at the same place, but he got a ride with my sister Yolanda. And when he came in, he was standing there. I was like, "Oh my gosh," because his shoulders looked like his dad's, and I was just like, "He done broke me, and we didn't even got to the turkey yet." At all.
Oh, yes.
My sister has one of his shirts that says, "Support your national poll workers." It's from Las Vegas.
You should show that shirt to Central Movement.
Yeah.
The idea of wearing their clothes, Lisa, I never this is really one of those things you don't know until you know. Like, I would have never thought, well, why would I want to save his clothes? I would just, and it's like, that's everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, the volunteers at the hospital that my husband died at, they quilted. And so when we knew he was going to pass, they came up and we picked out a quilt. And it was the last thing to touch his body. And I always thought that I was going to give that quilt to my kids. Nope. For the first 5 months, it slept over my pillow. Because I'm a hand holder. Like, I used to play with his hair when I slept because I put my arm underneath my pillow. And so I'd have to hold my own hand. Trying to go to sleep so I wouldn't be like reaching. And so I would lay that quilt over my pillow and it was like a hug.
I better love. Selfies while you walk? No, I'm actually on a TikTok live.
Taking selfies while you walk? Damn straight I am. Watch me strut.
Well, and the other thing, my nephew came over and he was right about the same size as Greg, and he got probably 90% of his clothes. Now, he has a striking resemblance of his uncle. And his first question was, are you going to be upset if you see me in these? Absolutely not. In fact, it will thrill my heart. You know, it will not hurt me in the least.
So that is one thing. The things that people think trigger you versus the thing that really trigger you.
Right. Exactly.
I think that's been an awesome thing about this, right? How often do we love sharing stories?
All the time. Yeah.
And, sharing them. And then the funny, stupid ones, Because my husband definitely had the stupid humor.
Oh, I had the stupid humor, but Greg would always laugh. And, literally the Star Wars thing, as soon as it came out off of my tongue, and he looks over, he gives me this look like, really? I can't believe you really just said that? Yes. Yeah.
JP would literally cry trying to explain to me why something was funny. And then he'd be like, because it's this. And I'd be like,
Mark would tell jokes.
I don't get it.
And just when he got to the punchline, he would start laughing like a hyena and never get to finish the joke. And I'm like, dude, I need you not to leave us out here hanging. Can we get the entire story? And then by the time he told it, it was like, we have moved on. It was like, that moment's over, sir. That moment is over altogether.
That was long.
JP was babe, you need to land the plane. Like, what's the point of this? Like, I don't care why your cousin's uncle was there. What happened? Like, what is the point
with this? And that part, the telling of stories and being able to share, it's like, I wanted someone to come up. I remember at the 1 year mark of Mark's not longer being here, I was asking people, I want to hear your Mark stories. And they looked at me like in shock because they thought telling me Mark stories was going to make me upset. And I was like, Mark stories is what I'm living for. I want to hear stuff about him that I didn't know because he had a random conversation with you that I wasn't part of. I mean, he was a whole human being. Of course, he had conversations that I wasn't always a part of. And when he had first come to Virginia, he stayed with our children's godparents. And they don't have any children, so 2 adults. And so Mark is used to being in a house full of kids and whatever, you get what you get. So when they finished eating, they always scoot the chairs underneath the table. Mark would just leave it. And so what I found out was when they... Oh, yay, Tawana! Yes! You made it! Tawana is so important, guys. Everybody is important, and I can say that, but I just want you guys to love on her and appreciate her. She is just keeping me straight. Sometimes I can't even keep up with all the stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do something different. But I forgot what I was talking about. Hello, Tawana.
Right. You were talking about Mark being at his godparents.
When I told them to start sharing Mark stories with me, they told me that every time they get up for dinner or at the dining room table, and if someone doesn't put their chair back, they go, okay, Mark, put your chair back. Because
that's awesome. See, I think it helped me that, like, even though it was a rough part that my kids were so young, but like for the first year, my daughter would be like, and she was 9 when her dad died, was like, do I get this from you or dad? Do I get this from you or dad? So it created an environment that we just talked openly about things and shared the stories.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I don't know
everybody.
who
Thank you for all the gifts.
I had to get on my cell phone in order
Hi,
to do it.
Tawana.
Well, I wish I was out there walking with you ladies, but unfortunately, my son cannot take this heat.
We just
And
glad you was up.
just a little
Yeah,
story
get up.
about Lawrence is crazy because Lawrence was not the father of my youngest son, but he raised him ever since he was about 9 years old. And it's weird that habits that he picked up around Lawrence. Lawrence was a master mechanic over 40 years. So he used to take his wallet and wrap it up in like a rag. And my son started doing that same thing. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm doing what dad do. I'm like, what? What are you doing? And I didn't notice it until the day we went to go get him a suit for the funeral. My son pulled out his wallet and had the rag wrapped around his wallet. I said, Lord, and now I see a lot of mannerisms in Talik that Lawrence instilled in him. Like he'll sit down with the one hand on the remote, the other one in the pocket or in his hand, sitting there with like he's 26 now, with like a beard. It's just it throws me back. Like Lawrence is not gone. He has imprint on my child, and I am here for it all. I love it. I love it.
thank you for
And
sharing
he
that.
has that
You make a
hanging
good point. Walk for Love was if you could walk, but Walk for Love was more about the community growing. And Walk for
Yes.
Love is for people sharing stories. And when I see people sharing and smiling, and I haven't seen some people smile, and like, so, I mean, when your spouse dies, it's like you don't have anything to look forward to. And to see people looking forward to every day, to walking and sweating, I know this doing something.
Yeah. Hey, Tina, let's do 2 weeks
we'll
next
see.
year.
Thank you, thank you, Tiffany.
Or do
So,
it twice
yeah,
a
we'll
year.
see.
Twice a year.
You're welcome, babe.
Do you not see all the videos I have been doing ramping up for this? Have you not seen posting every day? So I'm gonna say
Well, you
we're gonna do it once a year, and this is the reason why. When people have something to look forward to and anticipate it, they appreciate it more. I've done
Yeah.
things where you start doing more frequency of it, and it loses its excitement. So the other thing is, so now that we have finished, we are finishing Walk for Love, the next thing that we are ramping up for is 2 events, which is dealing with grief during the holidays, which is a workshop where we have mental health professionals come and we break out into rooms and they provide tips on how to deal with grief during the holidays. That is the first weekend
that'd
of
be nice.
November. And that is a paid event because these mental health professionals and a lot of stuff that we need to do. So we're going to start talking about that. And then right after that, we roll into Surviving the Winter Holidays, which is an event in person, which we do a dinner and trying to get sponsors to cover the meal. And Rachel attended last year, and the food was good. It's
Yes, it
low
was.
key, blue jeans, relaxing, but just those two things to start knocking on the doors of sponsors, grocery stores, and other stuff to donate. I would not have the capacity. The one thing that I do need to consider doing, last year we did an auction and it went good for the first time, but I still have all of that stuff that I need to auction off. I mean, Gucci bags, jewelry, some adult plate items. Uh, so
There you
Get
go,
it, girl.
silent auction.
Yeah, you need to give up those ones. You got them.
Well, see, if you need anything else, I'm always open to donating more stuff.
and I have the tumblers that you have. So if I'm gonna do anything between now and those other two events, would be having an auction. Because all that stuff is in my house. Waiting
I'll
to.
donate some jewelry.
Oh, okay, thank you. So I would like to keep the Walk for Love an annual event because it gives us different buckets to do throughout the year, and the energy of this
Yeah.
is going to pull. It's going to just encourage us for next year. So when we start talking about this, the first week of
Right.
August, it's got a staple. There's not holidays around this, and that would be my what we're going to lean towards from talking to the board. Your girl is tired. I've been posting like 2 times a day. Y'all about to see me on a posting desert.
Well, I was going to say, and not only are you posting 2 times a day, but you're taking all of our videos, adding them to your story. So you are going 24/7. But just think about it. You now have an army to
Yeah.
help you promote all of this
That's
as
the
well.
part
So
right there.
that's even better. So we just need to know, 1 to 2 months, 1 to 2 months beforehand, and we got your
Yes,
back, girl.
I cannot with y'all.
And like I said in my video yesterday, Tina, you providing this space has been amazing. Your
Yes.
vision for what you're doing is
Yes.
incomparable. You tirelessly work for us and think of new things, and your ability to embrace that and hold space for us.
Thank
But
you,
it's
Miss
what- it's
Tina.
not-
I love you, girl.
Yes, but it's not just the women.
Tiffany,
It's
I
the
We
couldn't have
thank
said
you.
any
We
better.
thank you.
Yeah, you remind men that this is a safe space because
Yes.
men grieve too. And a lot of people don't think about
Yes.
men
Yes.
who have lost a spouse. This is amazing. Oh, here comes you. Come on, crybaby. It's all right.
And one thing's for
Yes.
sure.
Well,
Everybody loses somebody that's special to them. So
yes.
it's not just limited to a certain group of people. And you incorporate any and everybody worldwide. That's a big daggum deal. And
Yes.
then let me tell y'all,
Amen.
And we are just
let me
raising
tell
the
y'all
roof.
something. Miss Tina not only deals with the grief, but every time I'm going through anything, I mean, she texts me all day long, checking on me, making sure I'm good. Yeah, I'm like, girl, how do you do all that you doing and still remember to check on me? I'm like, that's just phenomenal.
That part.
I mean, she might send me a audio.
Yes, she's famous
She
for that.
might, yeah, them audios, boy.
Tina
She
and her
be on
famous
it.
audios.
Yeah, because she can see I have
But
a bad
it's
day with my
all
son.
love still. I mean, that all of us are on her mind.
Right.
We all in different walks of the world. We've all got different circumstances that we're grieving or just life happening
Yes.
to us. And she's
Mama
remembering it
Boone,
all. That's amazing.
I would like to personally say as well, to add on to that, Tina has been an open book for a really hard discussion with me in the last 2 weeks. And it's not about the grief, but I love that. I love that for me, Tina, that I can listen, when I send her a voice note and she calls me, I'm like, ooh, we're going to have a conversation. But holding the space, you're just a phenomenal person, because it's not just holding the space for the grievers. You hold space for humans.
Yes.
Yeah, because she knows I have a special needs adult son, and she can see me post a video like this child driving me crazy. Next thing I know, I go ahead and get one of those voice messages. You okay? Do you need me to ride up there? You all right? What's going on? What's happening? I can be like, girl, he about to drive me nuts. She's like, breathe, take your time. But that's just who Tina is.
Yes.
That's just who Tina is. She was like, oh, well, you come on, bring Kevin. Kevin, I have a good time. You know, not too many people, and this is just facts of life, will want someone to bring their special needs child, adult son, and might have a very large son, to something so personal. Because that was a personal time. And she opened her door, her heart for me and my son Kevin. She actually did. That right there tells me the type of character that she is. That's just, it blows my mind. See, me, I got one brain cell left sometimes. I don't know how Tina keep all hers, because I'm fueled on coffee, and I hate to say it, coffee and cigarettes is bad. Because this child of mine can drive me up the wall sometimes. But Tina, thank you for allowing me to say his name. His name was Lawrence. He was beautiful. He was the love of my life. He raised a son that was not his. Thank you for supporting my mental health, because you know I'm gone sometimes mentally. Thank you for loving on my son and checking on me and my son. Thank you for just being Tina. And that's just straight up out the box.
And that's why. And that's why I step in as her armor bearer and hold her arms up, because I know heavy is the head that wears the crown. And she selflessly gives to all of us and people all over the world that we don't know anything about. And I love you. I appreciate you. I get the voice clips too, and we do the Marco Polo, and you know, I appreciate those. I appreciate the prayers. I appreciate just everything that you do, but it's time for you to rest. So after today, take a day for yourself, a self-care day.
And this
just take care of you.
Is what we're doing. You're letting us love
answer
on
the
you.
phone. Don't answer no emails, no texts, nothing. Take a whole day just for Tina.
And let us carry the torch, Tina, because we love you. You are genuine. You are sincere. And you can feel that. You don't have to be in the room with somebody to know that. And that's the first thing I felt when I got into your live.
Yes.
Was you are so genuine and caring and loving, and you've got a heart for people. And that's what I love. And I want to lift you up, and I want to do everything for this movement, because I, like you, didn't have anybody in the beginning, and I figured this turning out by myself. So
you build a whole community.
Yes.
But let me tell y'all something about Miss Tina. And Miss Tina, you can get the fleet of buses if you want. Miss Tina, you can talk to Miss Tina, but she is not going to always tell you what you want to hear, okay? She going to tell you what you need to hear. And it's going to be raw and uncut, and it is what it is. And she going to look at you like this. She might even send you a picture that look like this.
The emojis.
No, she sent her face.
Oh my God. Well, Tina, what the Bible say? Thy cup runneth over. That's what the Bible says.
Okay,
Thy cup runneth over. It's time for you to sit down and refill your cup, sis. Refill your cup.
I thought the way that my family and friends supported me when Mark passed was the way everybody was supported. I thought that the way my community showed up then and they show up now was the way that everybody was supported when their loved one passed. And when I started talking to people and they were telling me, like, they looked at me like one thought I was not telling the truth. And two, like, how is that possible? Because nobody showed up for them. And God placed it on my heart one night after talking to a widow that was by herself. And he said, what are you going to do when you have the next conversation? I was like, who are we talking to? I'm going to bed. Nobody calling me tonight. But doing that podcast and sharing people's stories and all the thing that Widowhood Real Talk with Tina does, it's because I know that God doesn't want, as you mentioned about the Bible, that we're supposed to take care of the widow or the widow. That is a prime directive. People, and that is also why I don't talk about my faith. I don't talk about God because too many times people only know about God what people will not do. They don't know about the genuine love of somebody that loves the Lord. But when I show up and love you unconditionally, whether we agree about or something or not, and then that draws you into the love of God, that is a more profound turning of someone's heart than me trying to come in and say, my name is Minister Tina, da 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 da, Reverend such and such. Because right there, that turns people off. But when you sit with somebody and love somebody and are genuinely with them, because people are hurting, and they are hurting and doing it alone when they want all those people that was at that funeral to show up and care. And if we can create a community, not a trauma bonding where people are living off of that, but encouraging people. I mean, and I do this on 6 different platforms to some extent. And when I came on TT, there was a lot of mean girl energy, a lot of stuff that I was like, no, we can do better. We have had entire people leave this world, and in time we will leave, and that's not the legacy we want for our lives. And I am amazed by how God has been able to use the most horrific experience of my life to bring encouragement to other people and to do that. And I am grateful. So I receive it all. And I know it's everybody doing the work. They just needed the push in the direction and encouragement to do it. So I say thank you. Thank you so much. Almost got lost. Y'all got me all messed up.
But you know what? That's all right. But you know what else is? I'm gonna tell you something else that you also did that I've seen. It's not just the grief of losing a spouse. I've seen people talk about grief of losing a child, losing a mother. You know, we don't speak upon that, and because of your platform, because of your words, because of your desire to come out here and talk about grief, period, I've seen so many other people start talking about a loss. Because I can't compare the loss of losing Lawrence to the loss of a friend of mine who lost a child. But it's still grief, and we're still paining together. Lawrence has been gone. September 15th will be 7 years. And I can still see what happened to that day. And like I told you before, Tina, and I've shared it because I have to be an open book, I wasn't fortunate enough to have therapy. You know, I had to rush back and try to hold everything together because he had made the most money in this house and deal with my mother I had her. And I felt isolated and alone. I didn't have my family. My sister came down one day and left the next day for his funeral and hers. I didn't have this community. So when God said, look at this lady named Tina, he said, what? I said, okay. My head flipped like that. And I feel confident. I feel like I'm covered in a big old blanket of support and love. And it's not just about Lawrence. It's about the grief of my mother. It's about the grief of Lawrence. It's about the grief that I'm seeing my child suffer. It's all this rolled in one. And you just don't single out that grief of a spouse. You say, hey, girl, you in pain? You all right, Rachel? I'm all right. I'm going to be okay. Them virtual hugs, I'm telling you right now, I feel it. When you send me those texts with those hugs, I'm telling you right now, I feel it because I know it's coming from a real space. Because this walk in life
all the difference in the world.
This walk without Lawrence, I'm telling you, And I know you ladies understand it can feel isolating and alone and painful, and then you start doubting yourself. I told you when I was down there with you that day, I'm a grown woman who still has needs. I kept thinking in my mind, oh, I can't be with anybody else because I'm cheating on Lawrence. Lawrence is in the ground. He's not here. And you made all my thoughts feel like I'm normal because I didn't think I was normal behind having just a thought of just loving somebody else. You made me feel normal, like I'm not an alien on a planet with a bunch of AI. You gave me that feeling. No, Rachel, no, you're right. There's nothing wrong with that feeling. No, you're okay. You can be mad at that. No, you're okay. It's all right to feel like you're isolated and alone. So before you, I was bottled up like this, strung so tight that I can explode. But now I'll be like, his name is Lawrence. See my baby. That's him right there. That's my chocolate man. And I
love
can
that.
smile now. I can smile and laugh because he had that same hyena laugh that Mark had. That old high pitch that only dogs can hear laugh. That's what Lawrence had. That high pitched laugh. So I really, really, really thank you for this space opportunity. Yes, that's a big one when it comes to this. Is trusting somebody with that pain. I trust you with my pain. I trust you with my grief. That's huge because no one from my family or his was like, you all right? It was cute for the first week, but that changed. And I'm walking alone. But not anymore. Look at these group of women and men I'm with now. It's amazing. So I thank you for the platform. I thank you for the sisterhood. I thank you for the friendship. That's big, sis. I'm telling you, that's huge.
And being willing to have those hard conversations.
Man, that part.
I am grateful that people trust me because I know that out here people represent themselves one way and then you find out something else about them than who they are. And we are already discombobulated when we have lost a loved one. And I have talked to people that have been taken advantage of in their grief. I have spoken to people that have felt like just thrown away, that people just wanted monetary things for them and just didn't feel genuinely loved. And I know when a person leaves, like somebody may like a video, they'll go like that. But when somebody goes from that platform and comes to our support group, or they message me directly, or they do something beyond that little tap of that like, I know that is a movement of the heart that people don't take lightly. And I don't share people's information. I trust God to do whatever he is going to do with them. I don't want you to think I take this burden like, what am I going to fix? I can't fix nothing. I can trust God to be the healer, the comforter, the provider, the way maker. My job is to do what I do and to trust God to do the rest. And I am literally amazed and just grateful to see this happen, to see people's hearts being healed and feeling encouraged and feeling like it is possible to continue living. It is possible to have something to hope towards, because when your person leaves, you feel like all is lost, and you're just existing in the shell of a person. And thank you for encouraging me. I will sit with this.
Yeah, but you know what? Even you made me feel like I'm not ashamed because I was financially struggling after Lawrence died. I mean, the man made over $90,000 a year. I wasn't that close, but I wasn't that far. So getting this house, it was a financial burden, and it was, you can feel ashamed when you going through a financial burden when your spouse passed, and you let it be known, hey, it happens to the best of us. It's gonna happen. The hard conversations have to be had, and him and I, we talked about it. But who knew he was going to pass at 56? He was only 56.
Yeah.
Who knew? Wow. Who knew he was going to pass at 56? So we talked about it, but we didn't put anything truly into action. So for you to come out here and say, I want to have this silent auction to help widowers and widows, because it's a financial burden when you're a widow. It is we wasn't prepared for a funeral. We wasn't prepared for the cost of a funeral. We wasn't prepared for anything because it was a sudden thing for him. He wasn't sick. So it was a sudden thing. And you let widowers and widows know you're not the only one going through this, but we're going to try and find assistance for you. Who does that? No one does that. You did that. You wanted to make sure that we're not sinking further in debt, because you can go into debt quickly if you don't get your stuff together quickly. And you allowed us not to feel ashamed of that, because I felt ashamed for a long time. Oh Lord, what am I do? Oh my God, the light bill. It's that crazy. Because you're already dealing with the pain and loss of the person, and now you're dealing with the loss of that extra income. You're dealing with, oh Lord, I forgot to put oil in the house. I wonder why my mother freezing. He did that. He handled that. And if it wasn't for a co-worker seeing me crying outside, who said, I'm about to call oil people for you. Don't do that. She said, stop. You let me take that shame off of me. You know what I'm saying? It's a huge, it made me feel like, was I the one he's supposed to be with because I couldn't handle certain things financially because we didn't plan or prepare for it? You took that shame off my back. I'm serious. You took that shame off my back. And I come from a woman with a lot of pride. My mama from Roundel, South Carolina. And pride was the biggest thing. But you allowed me to, like, there ain't no shame in that, child. Not everybody's prepared. Not everybody's prepared. I literally almost lost everything we built up because of shame and pride. Literally. Thank God for God's mercy.
I am glad.
But you let us express that shameful. Yeah.
Did we lose you?
I got nothing to say.
Wait a minute, what?
Y'all,
Write this down in the notes.
Tina speechless, y'all.
Screen record this one. Repeat that again, Tina.
I got nothing to say.
Record.
Right. What'd she say? What?
We just love you,
Miss Tina, I always got a word. We do. We love you to pieces, girl.
Yep, write that down.
Well, I have to jump off because I have to deal with mental health right now. I have to jump off because I got to deal with mental health right now. It's time for his meds and it's time for his physical therapy at home if he's in the mood for it.
Have a good day, Rachel.
You got Tina, we love you.
You have a great day.
And did anybody screen record?
See you later, Miss Butterlove. You have a great day, Miss Butterlove.
What a finale.
You too. Thank you,
What
ladies.
a finale.
Yeah. Awesome. One for the record.
There'll be a lot of people mad they missed it. I think some people get Eastern and Central Time screwed up.
Yeah.
So
It's okay.
watch a lot of people pop on here at 3 o'clock.
I couldn't have to take a lot of people doing that and walking, so it's probably for my own safety that.
Miss Tina, you still walking?
Yeah, so when I go walk,
you done about 4 miles.
I usually walk about 3 miles when I go walking, but doing Walk for Love, I can do 3 miles every day. But I'm heading back home. I wanted to walk for an hour, and it's about 4 o'clock. So,
yeah, 8 minutes away.
I would like to, we have a widow in the comments, Millwright, who feels very isolated and alone. So I've added her. My DMs are always open. Please follow us. We go live. Miss Tina goes live a lot. You're not alone. Even when it feels
thanks
like
for mentioning that, Tiffany. Tomorrow, our grief support Discord goes live publicly. And that Discord is a safe space for people who are grieving. I'll let you ladies talk about what you think about the Discord. I'll let you guys what you think of what we're doing there because you guys have been in there first.
So I would like to say that it has several different areas of conversation. And I think it's amazing. So there's different areas if you need inspiration, if you need a heart to heart, if you need a hand holding, if you need an SOS. There's a lot of us that are on different time zones and some of us that don't sleep. And I think that the Discord, Tina, is going to prove to be another amazing asset to your
that was
media
Mama
mobile
Boom.
business.
She pushed me to do that. It was like, I was like, you want me to do what? Like, what? No. And she was like, she goes, I think it's what you need to do. With her look, with her voice like that, she goes, I'm doing all this complaining. She goes, no, I think it's what you need to do. And I was like, so that is her doing.
Because it actually helps you to galvanize yourself into a lot of different areas without having to actually physically be there. You know, you can drop messages in each one of those different areas, and it'll be a blessing to somebody. You know, when there is nobody on live, or they can DM. You know, you got people like me who's up most of the night. Anyway, you know, if I see somebody's in the DM and they let it be known that they just need somebody to talk to, then they can go into the voice room and we can look at each other face to face and talk to them. So it's not always having to be you, because we know you going to bed 8 o'clock door.
Unless she has coffee after 7.
And you are so right, because this is about community, and that was the intention, as Lisa said, to use these warriors to encourage each other, and that Discord. And also what you'll find is people beyond TT. There are different platforms that I support people in, and to have everybody in a single location to get the support and encouragement. We have so much to learn from each other because everybody knows something different. I mean, when Lisa was talking about a couple of different websites she knew about doing stuff when we had that dating live, it's just an expansion of knowledge. So,
Lisa, you was a riot too.
Tina,
I didn't never get to tell you, but girl, you was a riot that day.
I was. You know, I like to play off of Tina talking about being dusty. So now when people talk about, I was talking with another widow and I said, Tina's conversation is she was dusty. And the person I was talking to was like, I didn't understand it, but I had this major urge. And I said, oh, that's called widow's fire. And she goes, oh. And I said, yeah. I said, but now we talk about if you're just going to do that, we call it dusting. You know, it's just dusting. We can get away with that, and it's A-okay.
Oh, my God.
So thank you, Tina.
Tina, I'm wondering if in the Discord, if we could make a calendar so people can put their dates.
Oh, that's a great idea.
That'll be good. That's a great idea. And also, it'd be good to put each one of you guys' date of births in so that we can, you know, you used to be in love
so
by
your
loved one.
Thing.
You know, on those special days. Yeah, because you used to be in loved on those special dates by your loved one. But we all a community. We'll love on each other, you know, during those times. That way it's not so hard, because those are also times that it's hard for you. You know, on that day that would be a special day with you and that somebody.
Okay, so should it be a calendar? Should it be a calendar, or should it? Okay, so a calendar, and then we put the dates we want to have on there. Okay. I will talk to the developer.
Okay.
Yeah, you can either do it that way.
Yes.
Of course,
Because that'd be good. Because I'm a type of person, like, if I have things written down, like, I can go to that calendar every morning when I'm doing my morning rounds of my socials and be like, okay, it's this person's birthday or it's this death anniversary. Maybe that's why they've been quiet,
Okay.
like, for the last week.
Right.
Good idea.
So
Very good.
actually, there's a
At least
person that lady Mela.
Oh no,
That
that
lady
wasn't
Mela
yours.
in the
I'm sorry.
chat. If you would message and ask her, no, actually I'll do it. But she's the person that coordinates and does that. I'll reach out to her to do
Hey
that.
Corey,
Okay.
you said
No,
Mela's
in our
in the chat.
Discord. I said it wrong. She's in our
Oh,
Discord,
okay.
so I will
Okay.
inquire with her to do that. That's a great idea.
Hi, Corey.
It's okay, Tawana. I
Hey,
know you were
sweetie.
busy. I'm just so glad you can come up in the box now. And when we
Me
get her
too.
to 1,000, she's going to do her live and share her journey. You guys are going to be blown away.
Yeah, I'm glad that we figured that out too. Yeah, I had to get on my cell phone. It wouldn't do it on my laptop. So, yes.
Tawana, try to turn your
Let's see.
camera on.
Yeah,
you have
but
a camera
it's
button?
no option for it right now. Like she said, I only have I don't have 1,000 yet. So, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to have 1,000
Sometimes it's
anymore.
weird and it will let,
I think
That's why I'm asking.
yeah, it will let you slide through on like 400
I
or
think it's
500.
500.
Yeah,
You
that's-
can
that's-
actually do the camera, but now to host a live,
Right.
you have to do
I'm
1,000. I
close
think.
to 5. I got 4.
Now to
something,
host
so.
a live now, you only gotta
wow.
have 800.
Oh, is it 800 now? I'm old. I'm OG. It was 1,000 whenever I started.
I know when I came on, it was 1,000 too. I mean, we had to go through hoops.
Exactly.
With as many lives as I join, I've never hosted.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Oh well, we're gonna have to change.
Hi, Addie.
Hi,
We're
Eddie.
gonna have to change that, Tiff.
Exactly. I've never hosted either, Tiffany.
Oh.
So
Oh,
thanks to Bossy, she got me started in February, and then I found Tina's live shortly after that, and it has been
Oh, so we're going to have a round
fantastic.
robin
People will
of where
say,
different lives will be held on Monday nights where different people are hosting. That's what I hear.
Oh yeah, that'll be great. That'll
Okay,
be
we
great.
can do that. So I have a schedule right now. After I finish this schedule, everybody will take a different Monday and host, and we'll just jump to different people's platforms. Because there is no gatekeeping here. Community is where everybody is being supported and being encouraged to do that. Like Addie's lives on Friday night. Addie out here spontaneous, didn't have a sheet of paper last night. She was just out here just
whoa.
Oh, but she had
She did have
questions.
questions. And then Miss OG up here, I'm going to bed at 11 o'clock, and she's jumping in the live. Like, whoa, what? What's up with that?
So, Addie, I shared a story earlier about my sister having one of my husband's shirts, and it's from Las Vegas, and it says, support your national poll workers.
Yes.
And they said I had to share that with you.
And it's from Vegas. It's my stomping grounds.
oh my gosh.
You got to show it to me.
Okay, you definitely need to see it. I think we all deserve to see it all together. And Addie, you came in on the home stretch with your 3 miles.
Okay, let me go see if I can
making
find-
sure. She's like, I am here. Do you see me? I'm here.
I'm like, I'm here. Wait, I'm doing it too.
I did
It
my
was
mile
hot. It was hot
earlier
outside
today.
today too. I'm like, I'm out there and I'm sweating and I'm like, oh my goodness. So when I was finished, I went to Starbucks and I'm all drenched and I'm like, I can't stop sweating. It's like 100 degrees already out here.
Okay. And you know,
Yes. And I saw Regina join. I don't know if
I asked
Ray
her to
joined
come
as
up.
well.
You know, there is a lot of energy because Addie has shared like she had not gone live before, but after you do it with somebody a couple of times, it's like, and she has a gazillion followers. I am so excited for each other to just step out and do stuff. That's what community is, and I love this for us. I love this for us, and I love it for because all of you have a different group of people that will like. Addie's people may never ever really know all of Lisa's people, and vice versa. And when we all get encouraged to do that, it's more people that know that they're not alone and know that their walk matters. This is important. So spread the love. Spread the love. 1,000%.
I've been trying to do that all day because I wanted, hundreds of people to join us and walk with us and be in the chat, and it just be hopping and busy and the whole nine yards.
Addie and Mama Boom, every blue moon, I will do a live like from midnight to 3 a.m. And that is obviously a push for me because I am trying to be asleep like nobody's business. But the energy and the support, because we all know what it's like to be awake at midnight. And you can't go to sleep, and supporting those people and doing that, it can be a lot. I mean, they are in there moderating, and they're over there like they got their headbands on, keyboard warriors trying to keep up.
Next time you do one of those, text me so I can jump on. So I'm always up late most of the time.
Tina, I gotta tell you something really fast. The other morning I woke up at 3:30 to go to the bathroom, and I was using my phone as a light, and you were on live, and all of a sudden I'm going to the bathroom in the dark, and there's Tina's voice, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? It scared the crap out of me.
A Friday night on Mama Boom's live, so she goes live on Friday nights. And Friend's telling me, he goes, you all jacked up when you do that, right? So I don't know why you're trying to do that too much. And I'm like, he's not wrong. So I was like, I'm really trying not to. So, but it is wretched at that time.
She'll say she leaving.
I do. I went to sleep last night on y'all.
She'll say she leaving, but then she went to sleep last night, but then sometimes she'll pop back up, and all of a sudden she moderating in the chat, and I'll be like, well, look what woke up.
She means business when she comes on with her bonnet.
Right.
Oh, yeah. And don't let her get her big bowl of fruit.
Cherries and strawberries.
Oh my God.
I just brought fruit today.
I was like,
because I mean, when you're up doing live like that and you're eating, that is nothing but just weight. That is nothing like, ugh.
Are you still juicing?
So I hadn't juiced in a while because we had so much and everything. But and then our church was fasting and something else was going on. So I'm probably going to make some juice tomorrow. Right now, my favorite flavors are the carrot and the apple together and beets. And then the other one is pineapple and ginger.
Ugh.
It's that
Mine's
apple that helps, right?
My husband's grandma, they're Filipino, right? So she would take a piece of ginger and put it up in her gum, like chew, but just a piece of ginger.
It's so spicy.
Nice.
Right? I'll take the ginger shots in the morning,
really
but then
healthy.
I like ginger shots. Yeah.
Yes.
I took one today trying to get nasal stuff under control.
Okay. Who are my
helps
coffee
with
drinkers?
the mucus.
I put a dash of cayenne pepper along with ginger and cinnamon in my coffee for the morning.
Ooh.
And a dash of salt. The salt takes a little bit of the bitterness out, but yes, I have sometimes gotten a little too much cayenne pepper in it, but it will help open all this up.
It will also help other things flow if you do too much.
This is true, Tiffany.
And it will also kill the desire to have coffee.
This is true.
Okay, guys. This is I am going to take a page from Addie's directive. I have a 5 o'clock podcast recording. I am going to pause this live so I can take all of this in and get my eyes not looking like hot medicine so I can record this person's podcast because you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing, and I'm just going to say thank you.
Well, thank you.
You're amazing.
Thank you, and you're welcome.
Thank you.
Well, we
Oh
thank
my
you,
gosh.
Miss Tina.
Yeah. I have nothing to say.
We
Thank
love
you
you.
for everybody that
Yes, we
has joined the
do.
live.
Just say bye.
And this, I am so excited about this year. I'm looking forward to next year and just all the things that we're doing and just watching people grow. And the new lives we're going to be doing. I'm excited to that too. Tiffany and Lisa. Yes.
And can I say this before you go?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Tina had a goal for the foundation of $1,000. Anybody that is able and that can, if you can't, it's definitely understandable. But if you can, still donate. Let's try to, before this day is out, make sure that she hits that $1,000. And if you can share it. Make a video and put up her Cash App and just see. I put a video out there today, and hopefully a lot of some people will go ahead. I'm like I told them, I got 22K followers. If everybody just give $1,
Right.
then she'll well surpass that goal. So if everybody, if we all can get just a few people to do it, to give $1, then guess what? We're gonna hit that $1,000 goal. There ain't no reason why we shouldn't hit that $1,000 goal.
Do you know where you're at right now, Tina?
It was 270 when I checked before
Can
this
you look
live.
at your Cash App real quick?
Okay.
Yeah, we can all come together and make this happen. So it'll be a double success.
On her bio, or can somebody put it in the chat?
Yeah. I don't know if I can put it in the chat.
You made a video though, Mama Boone?
Yeah, I made a video. I made 2 videos. One with her Cash App where people can scan it, and then one with the storytelling about it.
Okay, then I can repost yours.
I thought they were all in the same video, but when I found out it wasn't, I just went on and put the Cash App up separate from it.
Okay.
And I did check in her bio. It does link to her nonprofit,
Sure.
and you can go on that and also donate.
Sweet.
So there are those two.
We can blow these goals out.
Can you hear me?
I mean, this
$40
is a
in the
beautiful
Cash
thing,
App, and there's
it's helped a lot of
$270 in the
people.
fundraiser.
Yeah.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, 310. Oh yeah, thanks
So
for
we're at
doing math.
310?
Yes, that. Okay, I'm gonna get something to drink. I'm gonna get ready for this podcast.
Okay, so we
Wow, thank you guys so much.
All right.
I'm gonna go finish.
Thank
All
you.
right, I love you guys. I'm
Let's
gonna
go,
finish
guys.
crying.
Love you.
Get myself together. We have a live tomorrow. It's Monday. Monday is the live for Addie. Okay, so I'm gonna listen to Tawana, and I'm not gonna be doing nothing tomorrow. Okay.
Oh, yes, you all show up on Monday. We are having a vision board party on Monday. So bring your
I
magazine,
can't wait.
your clippings. And Tina, I'm going to try to get, I'm going to work on that today, actually, a PDF, so that anybody that comes on the live on Monday, if they click the link I'll send it to you too. So either one of ours, you can add it. They can download the PDF, and it'll have some stuff that they can cut out as well if people don't have magazines and stuff to be able to.
Okay, nice.
So I'll throw
We can put that in the Discord too.
Thank you. That was
You
my
should have gotten a
problem.
link to be in the Discord, so you can put that PDF.
I did. I got to.
Yeah, you.
Oh, okay. Okay, we can put it in there. I got to log on and get set up, but yeah.
Okay, so yeah, and so right now just moderators are in there, but then it'll be in there so people can go and get that too. Thank you for remembering that, Tiffany.
Okay.
All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Okay, cool. All right.